We are hurtling toward 2026, a world louder and more chaotic than ever, yet most of us feel like leaves caught in a hurricane. Are you tired of being a puppet to your impulses and external noise? There is an ancient blueprint, refined over millennia, that doesn't just help you survive, it makes you untouchable. Today I'll reveal 7 Stoic habits that will rebuild your mind into a fortress, turning 2026 into your year of absolute, unwavering mastery. The first habit to master is Premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. In a world obsessed with toxic positivity, Stoicism offers a radical alternative, visualizing the worst-case scenario. Seneca once wrote, "The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." Imagine it is 2026, and the project you worked on for months fails, or the economy takes a sudden dive. Most people would be paralyzed by the shock, their spirits crushed by the unexpected weight of misfortune. But not you. By spending 5 minutes every morning vividly imagining potential setbacks, not with anxiety, but with calm preparation, you de-arm fate. You realize that even if you lose your job, your reputation, or your comforts, your character remains intact. Think of the Roman general who, amidst a celebration, had a servant whisper in his ear that he was merely mortal. This isn't about being a pessimist, it's about becoming invincible. When you have already met disaster in your mind, it can no longer surprise you in reality. You become the person who stays calm while everyone else is panicking because you've already been there. You've rehearsed the struggle, and you've found that you are stronger than any circumstance 2026 can throw at you. This habit transforms "what if" from a cry of fear into a strategy for victory. By the time the storm hits, you aren't looking for an exit. You're looking for the opportunity hidden within the wreckage. You realize that your peace of mind is not a fragile glass ornament, but a tempered blade. In 2026, while others are blindsided by the unforeseen, you will be standing tall, having already conquered the shadows before they even reach to your door. The second habit is the dichotomy of control, the foundational pillar of Epictetus' philosophy. He famously stated, "Some things are up to us and some things are not up to us." In 2026, with algorithms fighting for your attention and global events shifting by the hour, this habit is your ultimate filter. Imagine a professional archer. He can choose his bow, he can train his muscles, and he can aim with perfect focus. But the moment the arrow leaves the string, it is no longer in his control. A sudden gust of wind or a bird in flight can change its trajectory. Most people spend their lives screaming at the wind. A Stoic simply focuses on the next shot. When you look at your life in 2026, ask yourself one question. Is this within my control? If the answer is no, like someone else's opinion of you, the traffic, or the weather, you must train yourself to give it no more than a passing thought. This isn't passivity, it's extreme efficiency. By withdrawing your energy from the uncontrollable, you double the power you can apply to what is within your grasp, your actions, your judgments, and your kindness. Consider the story of Admiral James Stockdale, who survived 7 years in a Vietnamese prisoner of war camp. He credited his survival to this single habit. He accepted the reality of his imprisonment, the uncontrollable, but focused entirely on his internal dignity and the morale of his men, the controllable. In 2026, your prison might be a high-stress job or a digital landscape designed to make you angry. By practicing the dichotomy of control, you stop leaking energy. You become a focused beam of light in a world of scattered shadows. You realize that the only thing that can truly hurt you is your own judgment of what is happening, not the event itself. Third, we must embrace voluntary hardship. We live in an era of unprecedented comfort, where everything from food to entertainment is a button press away. But comfort is a slow poison for the soul. It makes us fragile. Seneca advised, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" In 2026, make it a habit to seek out discomfort. Take the cold shower. Sleep on the floor once a month. Skip a meal. Walk when you could drive. Why? Because when you prove to yourself that you can be happy without the luxuries, you become free. Fear of loss is the greatest shackle we wear. If you can be content with water and bread, what power does a layoff have over you? What power does a market crash hold? There's a story about the philosopher Diogenes who, upon seeing a child drink water with his hands, threw away his own cup, realizing he was carrying unnecessary baggage. By practicing voluntary hardship, you are training for the winter of life during the summer. You are building a level of resilience that cannot be bought or downloaded. It's about domesticating your ego and showing your body who is boss. In 2026, while others are losing their minds because their Wi-Fi is slow or their favorite restaurant is closed, you will be the one who is unbothered. You will have developed a psychological callosity that makes you tougher than your environment. You aren't just surviving 2026, you are thriving in it because you have removed the leverage that the world has over you. The fourth habit is Amor fati, or the love of fate. This goes beyond mere acceptance. It is the practice of not just tolerating what happens, but wishing for it to happen exactly as it does. Marcus Aurelius used the metaphor of a fire. A small candle is extinguished by a gust of wind, but a great blaze consumes everything thrown into it and grows stronger. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it, he wrote. In 2026, things will go wrong. You will face unfair situations. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you will ask, "How can I use this?" If you get stuck in traffic, use it to practice patience or listen to a book. If you face a betrayal, use it to practice forgiveness and self-reliance. This habit turns every obstacle into fuel. It is the ultimate cheat code for life because it makes you impossible to defeat. How can you lose when every outcome is exactly what you wanted for your growth? Think of the great inventors or explorers. They didn't succeed despite their failures, but because of them. Each no led them closer to the yes. By 2026, the world will be more unpredictable than ever. Amor fati allows you to dance with that unpredictability. It's the realization that life isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. When you love your fate, you stop being a victim of history and start being the author of your character. You look at the challenges of 2026 and you smile, because you know that the harder the battle, the more glorious the transformation. You become the fire that turns the obstacles of the future into the light of your wisdom. Fifth is the evening reflection, a nightly ritual of self-accounting. Seneca would wait until his wife had gone to sleep and then review his entire day, asking, "What bad habit did I curb today? What part of my character is better?" This isn't about self-flagellation or guilt. It's about becoming a scientist of your own behavior. In 2026, your life will be moving at 100 miles per hour. Without a daily pit stop, you'll eventually crash. Before you close your eyes each night, replay the movie of your day. Where did you lose your temper? Where were you cowardly? Where were you kind? By objectively observing your actions, you bridge the gap between who you are and who you want to be. There is a story about a student who asked a master how to achieve enlightenment, and the master replied, "When I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep." Most of us are never fully present. The evening reflection brings you back to the present by forcing you to confront your past actions. It's like a daily system update for your soul. It allows you to wipe the slate clean. If you had a bad day, you acknowledge it, learn from it, and leave it in the past. If you had a good day, you find the patterns to repeat. This habit ensures that you aren't making the same mistakes in December 2026 that you were making in January. It's the compounding interest of character. Over 365 days, these small corrections turn you into a giant. You become a person of high metacognition, someone who thinks about their thinking, and that is a rare superpower in a distracted world. The sixth habit is Memento mori. Remember that you will die. This sounds morbid to the modern ear, but to the Stoic, it is the ultimate tool for clarity and gratitude. In the busyness of 2026, it's easy to get caught up in trivial arguments, minor ego bruises, and the pursuit of status. Memento mori cuts through the nonsense like a hot knife through butter. Imagine you are holding a coin. On one side it says, "You could leave life right now," and on the other, "Let that determine what you do and say and think." This was the advice of Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, who reminded himself of his mortality daily so he wouldn't be corrupted by his power. When you realize that your time is a finite, non-renewable resource, You stop wasting it on people you don't like and tasks that don't matter. You become more courageous because the fear of embarrassment seems silly compared to the certainty of death. You become kinder because you realize the person you are arguing with is also fighting a losing battle with time. Think of a man who discovers he has only a month to live. Suddenly the sunset is more beautiful, the coffee tastes better, and he forgives his old enemies. Why wait for a diagnosis to live like that? In 2026, Memento Mori will be your compass. It will help you say no to the trivial and yes to the essential. It turns every ordinary moment into a sacred one. It's not about fearing the end, it's about using the end to light a fire under your present. You will live more in a single year than most do in a lifetime because you aren't acting like you have forever. Finally, the seventh habit is the view from above. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by the complexities of 2026, be it political unrest, personal drama, or financial stress, take a moment to zoom out. Imagine rising above your room, then your city, then the earth, until the entire planet is just a pale blue dot, suspended in a vast, silent cosmos. Marcus Aurelius often practiced this, noting how many battles were fought over a tiny speck of land, and how many great men were forgotten by history. This perspective doesn't make your life unimportant. It makes your problems manageable. It's a remedy for the main character syndrome that causes so much unnecessary suffering. When you see your life from the stars, you realize that your current anxiety is a tiny ripple in a vast ocean of time. There's a story of an ancient king who asked his wise men for a ring that would make him happy when he was sad. They gave him a ring inscribed with the words, "This too shall pass." The view from above is the visual version of that ring. It humbles you in success and comforts you in failure. In 2026, use this habit to regain your equilibrium. You are a part of a massive, interconnected whole, a citizen of the cosmos. By the time you return from your mental journey to the stars, your huge problem will look like a grain of sand. You will find a sense of peace that is unshakable because it is grounded in the reality of the universe, not the drama of the moment. You've now got the tools to turn 2026 into a masterclass in living. The question is, will you start today? Your future self is watching. Make them proud.